Currently now, what it portends is that the owner of Kanu's case, I mean, the one that presided, the judge that presided over Kanu case, since inception of Kanu's incarceration, even before Kanu escaped into Kenya from military onslaught, was Binta Nyako, a female judge. She is supposed to finish what she started. There was never a time it happened in history, and Nigeria is not the kind of a society that will allow that kind of, handing over of a case that does not belong to other judges, to those judges. Peter Nyako is a competent lawyer. From being a lawyer, he graduated to presiding over cases. When a lawyer, a judge, say that he's tired of a case, you know what it portends? The court, the judiciary itself, are chasing the flies. So what it portends actually is that Nnamdi Kanu is free. There's no how injustice would be justified on the faces of what? The earth as a massive body. Injustice will never ever in any way justified anywhere in the world. Provided, since Nnamdi Kanu himself is an international lawyer, we have people like a lawyer go. We have the other man from a lawyer from United States of America. Nnamdi Kanu's citizenship is in Britain, is in UK, and the British lawyers are there. There's no how Nigeria, any other judge, from the appeal court, from speed court, Supreme Court, anywhere in Nigeria can try Nnamdi Kanu. They have no jurisprudence whatsoever to know him that he is culpable of any crime. That is what is felt when a presiding female judge has washed up her hand out of Nnamdi Kanu's case. It means these people are what? Legal toddlers, ranging from the barristers, the Defense Council of Federal Republic of Nigeria, that Yoruba lawyer, is a legal toddler. To Binta Nyako himself, who has of recently discovered her stance in this case. Binta Nyako is a legal toddler. Tata. The whole legal team of federal government of Nigeria are legal toddlers. A toddler, you people can explain more than me. Toddler, they're all legal toddlers. Look at Ejimako. Ejimako is weary. He's tired because they are chasing something out of nothing. They are chasing nothing out of something. You are still chasing Nnamdi Kanu's case. The whole world has actually seen that the young man is innocent. I think if you tell me, since Binta Nyako has accepted defeat, she has nothing to say other than to apologize to Nnamdi Kanu. Apologize to all those boys that they were detained together, the ones and the present ones, the ones that received 200,000 as compensation, they are all exonerated. They should pay them more money. Nnamdi Kanu suffering for over 48 months now. Binta Nyako should apologize. After apologizing, he will give federal government of Nigeria to pay him huge amount of money. In the final analysis, what it portrays, what it connotes, what it represents, what is actually depicted is emancipation of Biafra. Biafra should go. That's what it means. When they have washed off their hands of Nnamdi Kanu case, it means Biafra, you are let off the hook. The marriage has expired. Final divorce.
Like they are scared of handling the Nnamdi Kanu's matter, and I've got a lot of people talking all over, why they are trying to push it back to Binta Nyako. And Binta Nyako, is he going to accept this file at this moment? And if you accept the file, it's like the federal government believe that she is the one that will do what they wanted, the judiciary to do, maybe for or against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
There's nothing you can do for again. Judiciary, you review the constitution, their function of the judiciary is for constitutionality review. They are the one that explain constitution of any country. The constitution has been explained by the Nigerian judiciary. Nnamdi Kanu has not been able to be found culpable of any count of many counts of charges that brought up against him. So there's nothing anybody could say. You cannot jail Nnamdi Kanu, whether from appeal, from Supreme, from the lowest court. See, he went to Umuahia, he won federal government. Okay, if you take Nnamdi Kanu to kangaroo court, you cannot win Nnamdi Kanu. The reason why he might accept that document, if you ask me, Peter Nyako is coming to apologize to Nnamdi Kanu. This is a man that you cannot jail. There is no way in Nigerian constitution we don't have agitation or self-determination. There's no way in the constitution of the United States of America, Britain, China. It is in their constitution. It is allowed everywhere in the world. Agitation is like naturalization. Agitation for self-realization or determination is like naturalization process. Everybody in the world, every man or woman has right to naturalize anywhere he likes in the world. He will become part of that place. So amalgamation agreement between the South and North in 1914 that brought about this contraption called Nigeria expired 10 years ago. Everybody has right to go. The judiciary, they can interpret better than I do. So bringing this man back, this woman back, I think they want to dent his image. They want to spoil his certificate for him. But if you ask me, there's no how you can tell a judge how to judge his case. He is the advocate of this matter. He still remains the chief executive officer, CEO of Nnamdi Kanu's case. And they can never act otherwise. Department of executive department, that's the office of the presidency. They would have at least, they tried to make sure that they thwart the judgment of Nnamdi Kanu. But actually they believe that international interests could not allow them. As I'm talking to you now, I give you 3 weeks. If we don't see Nnamdi Kanu out, that it means Nigeria and Biafra will have another confrontation. Because the kind of sensitization I'm seeing from the House of Congress, whereby they were discussing about Nnamdi Kanu's release, they don't point their finger towards United Nations. They are talking about United States of America. They are not looking at UNO Secretary General Antonio Guterres. They are talking about United States of America, free him, that is a free man. They refer his issue to that of Mandela. They found out that Nnamdi Kanu was even better than Mandela case. Nnamdi Kanu is out.
Good. Thank you for that reminding me. It reminds me of the man from Finland. Yesterday, he showcased his personal relationship with Stod. He's the Finnish current prime minister, with Simon Eba. And Simon Eba is telling the whole world, that he's bringing Finland to Biafra. That what Nnamdi Kanu is doing has already been acknowledged. That's what you just said now. In the United States of America currently now, does it mean that all the push to get Simon Eba go to the other side has failed, even when Shetima visited the same prime minister in Finland?
No, it has been a failure. Is an earthquaking, let's say, heart-rendering failure on the side of, not the other side, on the side of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Let me be, very sincere and meticulous on what I'm saying. Nigeria has woefully failed on the chase to cage, to put on check or arrest Simon Ekpa. Nigeria has failed a bunch of failure on their quest to extradite Ekpa into this country. Why? The Prime Minister of Finland has explained himself to Nigerian Vice President that there's no way they could rope in Simon Ekpa of any crime. He is never culpable and will never ever be. That's why they refused Nigeria the request for extradition, and they have refused Nigeria their tacit support for sovereignty, emancipation of Biafran nation. So this time around, is a failure on the side of Nigeria, and America is pushing forward the more better than we, the Igbos. The Igbos in diaspora and the United States of America, I mean the lawmakers in America, congressmen, unanimously are pushing forward to make sure that innocent Nnamdi Kanu will come out of jail very, very soon. That's one I am sure. Has nothing to do with United Nations. United Nations is totally out. They don't have interest of anybody, any country in Africa. What United Nations is all about is for themselves. Britain, Germany, China, America. They have no interest of African countries. African country is the farmland of United Nations. They don't have any interest to use what they have, at least in common with us since inception of that platform, United Nations in 1945. What they do here is they are using Africa as their farmland, dumping ground, experiment lab. Nothing again. They use our mineral resources. They use our farm produce for themselves there. But coming to political issues, that is still detrimental to our lives. Okay, United Nations doesn't look at you as a human being. So this time around, I'm very happy because America has taken it up himself. Finland is coming to invest largely in Biafra land. Then when I listen to the body language of Netanyahu Benjamin is having interest of Biafra at heart. And what happened is we Biafrans, we are going to brace it up that very soon large investors are coming from Scandinavian countries to invest in Igbo land. Israel, if care is not taken, America too. See, it is going to be an oil thing, and it has expired because most of the oil community, communities, oil producing communities in the Niger Delta area, they have gotten the bitter pill of what Nigeria stands for. The Fulani hegemony, they have sold out their, their wickedness, their hostility to Okwama community in Delta. They are Urobo. Urobo has tested it in recent times. There's nothing you can tell Urobo now about Nigerian nation. He will listen to you. All Urobo, Okwama communities, all Okrika, all Kalabari, the whole Ijo, the whole Ilaja, oil producing area in the Ondo State, all of them joined together with Niger Delta Development Commission, which is for all the oil producing area in the lower part of Nigeria. That platform, all of them has actually seen that Biafra is their land. That is a big failure on Nigerian side.
Let me refer you to a Yoruba man saying that Biafra significantly killed Yoruba agitation. Possibly, Odua Republic died in Abuja. Is it that because we know that when Nnamdi Kanu was, Odua Republic agitation was all over. All of a sudden, it went down. And the Yorubas are saying that Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, overshadowed even in the United Nations. Biafra is significant. What is your view on that?
My view on that is that earlier bed. That's the punctuality is the soul of every business. When you come early, prepare early so that when those earlier birds, as the English proverb put it, catches the worm. They catches the worm very early dawn. Very early in the morning, you see the worm crawling. They started eating it. And when those birds that come late, the sun might have come out. There is no worms again to eat. Biafrans were started as early as 17th, 18th century. So I don't see people whose agitation is not up to 4 months. It is not up to how many months we meet up. At least with Biafra that has been in existence. Many Igbo slaves that came from Texas, United States of America, they took it upon themselves. Many Igbo slaves that came from Sierra Leone during the independence campaign in Africa, they took it upon themselves. Oduduwa Republic is just of recent. Oduduwa Republic agitation is not up to 10 months. That's why you can never size measure Oduduwa Republic agitation to Biafra Republic agitation. Someone came out and fought with his father's money, his father's wealth, to make sure that Biafra came to be. Who is it that fought for Oduduwa? It's just all about gossiping, It doesn't matter. Oduduwa has never gotten its deep roots. in the southwestern Nigeria, let alone North or Abuja. While Biafra is all over the world. You can't size up the two now. Go to Austria now, go to Germany. You go to see what is going on in China as I'm talking to you now. Let alone United States of America, where the first son of Colonel Philip Effiong is living. Look at China and India. Biafrans are there. Oduduwa is just a small baby that is still sucking. Is in a suckling stage. You can't actually equate both together. And I'm telling you that Biafra has gone too far. A nation that has a prime minister in exile, Department of Judiciary in
working
exile.
or functioning.
Yes, functioning.
Yes.
Simon Ekpa inaugurated our Judiciary Department's officers. Last week, you see them in suits. They are gentlemen of what? The law. Gentlemen of the law to the core. Operating on the soil. In the foreign land of the West, they have constituted what it takes to be a judiciary, complete judiciary department of Biafra is working now in the Western world. You can't compare it to Oduduwa Republic that is not up to 7 months, you know. And once that woman Finitiri came up,
why are they blaming Biafra that Biafra is bringing them down?
They chatted down on Abiola's wife. They used caterpillar and bulldoze his wife, her house down. And Oduduwa, you see themselves, they are not serious. When you are serious, the whole world will know. Igbo paid ultimate price to make sure that Biafra come up, and they did in their millions. And today, Biafra has come. Nobody should try blame Biafra on Oduduwa's war. Oduduwa, we left them. We agitate for Biafra with Bible. Some persons are agitating for their own self-realization with juju, then gone, and all manner of incantation. This is what an incantation or incantations cannot do. This is what self-will, self-resilience, determination, devout. When you are aiming a goal, you work hard for that goal. Everything shouldn't be, this idolatrousness, fetishness, hanging guns on the air, putting on leathers that will not allow blood to penetrate you. No, everything shouldn't be like that. Practice makes it perfect. There are many things you should work for physically, and when God sees it, God will be satisfied with you. We don't mention even science and technology because we've seen how far the Ogbunigwe manufacturers and the Biafran scientists and technologists had gone to smith out the crafts, the kind of hardwares, fireworks we use during the war. Oduduwa is not measuring up with Biafra. I think they're still in their infantile stage. They are too little comparing to Biafra.
Thank you.